FanDuel. Make every moment more. By PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. By Lucchese Bootmaker. Handmade in Texas since 1883. And by Three Chimneys, where dreams are born. Hopes and dreams alive, and an increasing heart rate perhaps for trainer Bob Baffert. His wife Jill right next to him as he has 3 runners in this race. He's wearing our whoop today. You might see a few trainers, owners, and jockeys keeping an eye on how that heart rate is doing. At what point, coming down the stretch, if all 3 of them are running well, what's it getting to for Bob?
Oh, he'll
over 100.
He'll be pretty excited.
If all 3 of his are running down
All 3 of them run
oh, he
down
should
the
be
bar.
cool. He's got it in the bag if all 3 of them are running.
Yeah, and Hope Road is a very deserving favorite. In a sense, she's kind of bred for this race, really. Her dam is a dam named Marley's Freedom, who was purchased by owners Ron and Barbara Perry for $35,000, made $1.2 million. It's a little bit similar to what we were talking about yesterday with Bob and Jill and Bottle of Rouge, where Bob wanted to sell, Jill didn't. You know, Ron and Barbara Perry, Ron was going to sell Marley's Freedom. Barbara said, don't you dare. So they kept her as a broodmare, and now out of Marley's Freedom, they have Hope Road. They both won the Ballerina at Saratoga. They hope the similarities in there, because Marley's Freedom was 4-5 in this race in 2018 and wound up finishing 4th. So maybe Hope Road can go better than that.
The quote from Barb is probably my favorite. You need to prove to me that whatever we would sell that filly for would make a difference in your daily life. And if you don't do that, then you need to shut up.
She put her foot down.
That she did.
And it's paid off.
100% it has. Even money right now on Hope Road. Okay, the other Baffert, the number 9, Ricci. Turning back in distance, not getting a ton of love, I would say, 5-1.
She's never done that before on her form. She's never turned back from long to short. She's kind of in betweener, a tweener as we say. Probably a mile is her best distance, but she's certainly got more stamina than most of these fillies in here. So if it's a bunched up race, and then it's a grind from the half-mile pole home and it's steadily picking up the pace from that point on, she stands a chance. I mean, she's got some class to her. She's won a grade 3 before, but it's just really not a good fit for her this distance.
But like you said, the stamina to finish, having come out of that mile in a 16th race. And then there's the 2, Splendor. Inside post position for Bob Baffert. She's looking for 3 in a row.
Yeah, Bob seems to kind of like her. I mean, he said she'll sit. She won't sit very far off the lead. She's turned back before, and she's done really well. She won the She ran the Santa Margarita mile in 8th, then turned back to an optional claiming race and won. Not one of her better performances, but she does come off a mile here at Del Mar in her career best back in September. So that is at a mile, shortens up, so she won't, I don't know, 2 or 3 lengths off the lead at most.
She's our clear second choice at 3-1. Nick?
All right, let's check in with Safi Joseph here. Safi, Hall and Ice here is, what are we now, 14-1? Any chance of a surprise?
We hope so. I mean, it depends. The first quarter is going to judge her race. The 7/8 kind of stretches her a little bit, so she's capable of winning if she gets the right pace in there.
And she's got plenty of speed.
Yeah, she has speed, so we don't want to get pressed too early. So that's the key. We'll after the first quarter, we'll kind of know what position we're in.
All right. Big runner for you later, White Barrier, former Breeders' Cup Classic winner. How much would it mean to you to come to a Breeders' Cup and win with him?
It will be big, and we feel like he's showing the right signs that hopefully he does something special today for us.
It's a pretty contentious dirt mile, isn't he? Do you still think he's got the same zip that he always had?
Yeah, we still feel he's capable. It is a competitive race. Nisos is a deserving favorite, but we feel like on the best day, on a good day, our horse is as good as any.
All right, good luck, Safi.
Thank you.
He has quite the resume, that Dermile, coming up later. But let's talk a little bit more Hall and Ice.
Yeah.
He's looking for back-to-back sprints here.
Yeah, I have something in common with Hall and Ice. We're both Arkansas breds.
Wonderful.
Go Hogs. I don't have much to cheer about lately there. She is the all-time leading Arkansas bred racehorse, $958,000. She passed No Double, a former Horse of the Year from way back in the 1960s. So, you know, she's from very humble beginnings. The breeders sold her to the current owners, Mark and Clint Cornett, C2 Racing and Partners, who were trying to win a Breeders' Cup race for the 3rd consecutive year. White Barrio 2 years ago, Soul of an Angel in this race with Safi as the trainer, scored a big upset a year ago, and now Hall and Ice.
And she is the beneficiary of Sweet Azteca, the speed horses coming out, because I thought that was really her only chance. As now, to me, the speed of the race, they might leave her alone long enough where she has something left at the end. Now, look, she's been winning, but not against this caliber of fillies.
And though we saw a long shot win last year, favorites have won 4 of the last 6 running, so it often is a pretty formful event here, and that would bode well for trainer Bob Baffert, who has the top 3 choices right now.
Up.
And we see that heart rate rising as horses are approaching the starting gate. 105 for Bob Baffert. Maybe not cool, calm, and collected, even though the face looks like it.
That's why he wears those tinted glasses, so you can't see the eyes.
No worries there. He would tie, as we mentioned, the late D. Wayne Lucas in terms of Breeders' Cup victories, sitting at 19 right now. All right, they've reached the starting gate. Final thoughts?
Yeah, the speed should be from the gray filly on the outside, Haul and Ice. As Saffie Joseph pointed out, the key is going to be that first opening quarter mile fraction to see how fast she has to go to get clear.
Favorite, Hope Road. She really doesn't need things to go any special way. I think she's relaxed enough wherever she is, whatever the pace is, she won't be far off of it tracking.
They're having a bit of a challenge moving the 8 Hope Road into line. She's being a little reluctant, so what they've done is opened the front of the starting gate, and what that does...
She's done that a lot. As a matter of fact, Bob talks about it all the time, about how tough she is to load. Sometimes she won't even go into a horse trailer when they want to take her somewhere, so she's known for her stubbornness.
In Southern California, where she is based, I should say. So they are very used to this. And a lot of the time, these starting gate crew, they'll get these insights about the horses and what their idiosyncrasies are. So they got her in. 1 left to go. Let's kick things off. Larry Colmus, it's all yours.
Praying and John Velasquez making their way to the outside stall. And they're all in line. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. And it is Haul and Ice who's out quickly on the far outside. Praying has early speed. Hope Road is right up there with Ricci, Vava, and Splendora to the inside. They've left Zyclos behind as they leave the chute. Haul and Ice has taken the lead. And there goes Hope Road right up alongside of her. Ricci is there too. Praying is outside the top 3, running along in 4th position in the early stages here as they run a quarter in 22.12 seconds. Splendora is 5th down on the inside, just ahead of Baba, and Zyclos is 8 lengths off the lead. Make their way to the far turn. Hope Road on the outside. Hull and Ice along the rail. Ricci nudged along to keep up with them. A length and a half to Splendora, who's just in behind the leaders with 3 furlongs to go. Then Praying, Vava, and Zyclos on the outside. 44.64 the half, and Hope Road has taken the lead on the far turn. Splendora has circled up on the outside. Then Ricci, Haul and Ice down toward the rail. Vava begins her run, but she's got 4 lengths to make up as Splendora has taken the lead under Flavian Pratt with 1 furlong to run. Leaving stablemate behind, Hope Road 2nd. Then comes Vava to the outside. Splendora running away in the Filly and Mare Sprint. She won it by 5 lengths on the wire. It was Vava 2nd, Hope Road was 3rd, and Zyclos finished 4th, and a final time of 1:21.79.
That was a wow performance by Splendora to give trainer Bob Baffert a 20th Breeders' Cup win.
Yeah, he gives Flavian Pratt his first Filly and Mare Sprint win. Flavian sat back and took advantage of what I thought was a curious move by Jose Ortiz on the favorite Hope Road. Going after the leader so soon, you know, at about the 5A pole, he let her run up there, so Flavian just followed him and then tipped out and run her down during the stretch run. But yeah, I just didn't understand the move. But look, Splendora looked like she was the best filly today. I don't think it would have mattered what Hope Road did, but it was a curious move.
Yeah, we talked about the other Baffert, right?
Yep.
In that angle. You know, you could take either Ricci or Splendora. But a very impressive win by Splendora. And as far as the tactics on Hope Road, I mean, it's not like they were walking early and nobody wanted the lead. They went a half in 44.64, so it was very curious strategy there.
Curious in Flavian's fist bump right after. Not something you often see from him. He's always pretty relaxed and collected.
So this is what I'm talking about. I mean, Hope Road was tracking the leader, Haul and Ice. Just sit there and wait for that. Don't go now, because then you become the target. The hunter becomes the hunted once you do that as a rider, and then you have pressure from then on. I think if Jose waits, everybody else waits. Flavian's sitting back there loving this, because now the pace, it's quick enough, and now it gets even quicker setting up for the closers.
And a nice show of emotion, though, from the winner in Flavian Pratt. He's with Donna.
Well, Flavian, it's always good to win a Breeders' Cup, and you know, I just saw you fist bump the outrider afterwards. from France, but you really got your start in America here in California. You're all over the United States now, but what's it mean to you to get a Breeders' Cup win back here in California where it all started for you in the U.S.?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. As you say, it's obviously where it started, and I came here in this country, and people welcomed me with open arms, and through Mr. Mandela, Bob Baffert, and I had the chance to ride for some of the best trainers, and when you think back, I'm just very grateful.
This is the first time that you've ever been on Splendor, and of course Bob Baffert, who you go back with here in California, went to one of his go-to riders, Flavien Prat. What did he tell you about her? How did it work out?
He told me that she was training super, and that she had a good pocket trip last time and she liked it. So just try to do that again.
A lot of speed in here. The trip worked out for you, though, to just sit off the pace.
Yeah, the pace was good. I was a bit worried that we wouldn't go that fast with all the scratches, but the pace was good and felt very comfortable all the way around. Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations, Brittany.
Donna, thank you so much. Great ride and impressive performance by Splendor to win at 3-1. Impressive faction. Let's get to Kenny.
Congratulations all around here for Bob Baffert. Congratulations, Splendora. A splendid race.
Yeah, she'd been working just unbelievable in the mornings, and I told Pratt she loves this track, and I know there's a lot of speed in there because I know my other fillies are really fast, and she won here sitting right off of him. Pratt, he's the best. He knew her well. Michael Taylor, he deserves this. He gave me this filly. Come here, Mike. Get in here.
Okay, good. Michael, congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, we do deserve it.
Did you have it all the way?
Well, we had it about 10 feet from the finish. I knew we were safe. But I've been doing this 25 years. We finally got one of these.
Oh, congratulations,
they're
Michael.
Hard, they're hard. They're easy to own a horse. They're hard to win.
Congratulations. Well earned, as you know that. Another happy owner. You like those?
It's good to get the W. I gotta pay for this wardrobe. It's all paid for now. We're good.
A special time also. This is your 20th career victory in a Breeders' Cup.
Oh, yeah.
That ties you with Wayne Lucas, your close personal friend.
Yes.
What does it mean?
I still miss him.
What does it mean to tie this?
It means a lot because he did so much for the sport. He actually kick-started. He made the Breeders' Cup so elegant. He brought in those high-powered owners, the Gene Kleins, everybody, and Wayne. That's what got me into the business. I saw Wayne going over there winning Breeders' Cup. I thought, I'm going to follow Wayne, and so we're just quarter horse guys that got lucky.
Personally, for what it means, the relationship that you guys had just off the track, like I saw you at the Preakness this year talking, it was a very personal thing with you.
Yeah, I miss him because we had